Part 5, Umbrella Lockers and Umbrella Bags. Okay. This next one sounds small. But once you experience it, you realize how genius it actually is. Rain. Most countries treat rainy days like chaos. Wet floors. Umbrellas dripping everywhere. Stores becoming slippery. People accidentally hitting each other with umbrellas. It's annoying. But Japan solved this problem in the smartest way possible. Many stores in Japan provide umbrella bags at entrances. So when you walk inside, you place your wet umbrella into a plastic cover. Boom. No water dripping everywhere. No slippery floors. No mess. Simple. But incredibly effective. And then there are umbrella lockers. Outside many buildings, there are dedicated umbrella storage systems where people safely leave umbrellas while shopping. And here's the shocking part. Most umbrellas don't get stolen. Again, trust culture. That's something Japan excels at. Tiny quality of life improvements that make everyday living smoother. Most countries focus only on big innovations. Japan focuses on everyday frustrations. And honestly, that might be smarter. Because improving small daily experiences affects millions of people constantly. But the next thing Japan mastered might be one of the biggest reasons tourists fall in love with the country. Food ordering. Part 6, Tablet Ordering Restaurants. Imagine walking into a restaurant where you don't need to wave at waiters, struggle with language barriers, or wait forever just to order food. In Japan, many restaurants use touchscreen tablets directly at the table. And honestly, it makes so much sense. You sit down. Browse the menu instantly. See photos. Customize your food. Order drinks. Call staff if needed. And sometimes, even pay. All from the table. No confusion. No awkward waiting. No mistakes. And for tourists, it's incredible. Because many systems support multiple languages. Not just average people. Children. Elderly people. Tourists. Disabled citizens. Everyone. That mindset is why Japanese cities often feel calmer and more human-friendly. But speaking of convenience, the next thing on this list completely changed how tourists experience Japan. And honestly, every traveler on Earth wishes their country had this. Part 7, Genius Crosswalks and Pedestrian Safety. Busy Japanese crosswalk footage. Host. Japan is obsessed with organization. And nowhere is that more obvious than their pedestrian systems. Now if you've ever visited a chaotic city, you know crossing roads can feel terrifying. Cars everywhere. Confusing signals. People running. Traffic madness. But Japan designed crosswalk systems that feel incredibly safe and organized. One famous example is the scramble crossing. When traffic stops, pedestrians can cross from every direction at once. Straight. Diagonal. Anywhere. And somehow, despite thousands of people moving together, it still feels organized. It's honestly mesmerizing. Japan also uses textured sidewalks to help visually impaired people navigate cities independently. Those yellow tactile paving strips you see across Japan. They guide blind pedestrians safely through train stations and sidewalks. That level of accessibility is amazing. And then there are the sounds. Many pedestrian crossings play musical tones or audio signals so visually impaired people know when it's safe to cross. Again. Japan designed systems that think about everyone. Not just average people. Children. Elderly people. Tourists. Disabled citizens. Everyone. That mindset is why Japanese cities often feel calmer and more human-friendly. But speaking of convenience, the next thing on this list completely changed how tourists experience Japan. And honestly, every traveler on Earth wishes their country had this. Part 8, Pocket Wi-Fi Everywhere. Imagine visiting a foreign country where you never lose internet connection. No searching desperately for Wi-Fi. No confusing SIM card problems. No terrible airport internet. Japan made this possible with pocket Wi-Fi systems. Tourists can rent tiny portable Wi-Fi devices almost anywhere. These devices fit in your pocket and provide internet access all day. Simple. Portable. Brilliant. Now this might not sound revolutionary at first. But think about modern life. Maps. Translation apps. Train schedules. Payments. Communication. Travel today depends on internet access. And Japan recognized that early. So instead of making tourists struggle, they created systems that make navigation incredibly easy. That's why so many visitors say Japan feels surprisingly stress-free despite the language barrier. The country is designed to help people move efficiently. Even train maps are color-coded beautifully. Signs are organized clearly. Navigation systems are incredibly detailed. And honestly, it feels like Japan understands modern urban life better than almost anywhere else. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about Japan's 100 yen shops. Because these stores completely redefine the idea of cheap shopping. Part 9, Japan's 100 yen stores. Okay. This next thing shocks almost every tourist. Japan's famous 100 yen stores. Now you might think, oh, so basically dollar stores. No. Not even close. Japanese 100 yen shops feel like a completely different universe. These stores sell incredibly useful, high-quality products for extremely low prices. Organization tools. Kitchen gadgets. Stationery. Travel accessories. Cleaning products. Decoration. Electronics. Beauty items. And somehow, many products are actually good. That's the shocking part. In many countries, cheap stores often feel low quality. But Japan's budget stores are famous for thoughtful design. Even simple products feel carefully engineered. And that reflects something deeper about Japanese culture. Attention to detail. Japan cares deeply about making ordinary objects useful and aesthetically pleasing. Packaging looks beautiful. Products feel practical. Storage systems are clever. Tiny design improvements make life easier. And honestly, after visiting these stores, you start realizing how many daily frustrations could be solved with smarter design. But there's still one final innovation left. And this last one might secretly be the biggest reason Japanese cities function so smoothly. Queue culture. And trust me, this changes everything. Part 10, Perfect Queue Culture and Public Order. This final thing might not seem like technology. But honestly, it might be the most powerful innovation on this entire list. Organization. In Japan, people line up for almost everything. Trains. Escalators. Stores. Restaurants. Elevators. And the crazy thing, it works. People wait patiently. Crowds move smoothly. Chaos decreases. Stress decreases. Everything feels calmer. Now imagine millions of people moving through giant cities every single day. Without organization, it would become a nightmare. But Japan built a culture where respecting shared spaces matters. And that creates something rare. Efficiency without constant enforcement. Even during emergencies, Japanese crowds often remain calm and organized. That level of public discipline is honestly incredible. Sometimes the smartest inventions are the ones that quietly improve ordinary life. And that's exactly why millions of people around the world are fascinated by Japan. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because we've got more mind-blowing content coming soon. And trust me, the next video is even crazier. Until next time. See you in the future.